Hello?
Jeff's hair killed your mics. Fuck
there you go.
you.
I
Hey! Now we're good. Now we're working. Apparently my hair fixed the mics.
Well, we can hear each other, but
I heard that. Here we go. All right. We're good now.
So still can't hear you guys.
I can hear us online.
Oh, really? It's live.
No, we're good now.
All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another technically challenge-filled episode of the Geek Boutique podcast. Let there be sound. Welcome, everybody. This is episode 175.
Wow.
175.
Season 5, right?
Oh,
That's what we're on? 4?
I think 4.
We're on season 4?
I think
I can
4
hear now. All right.
You know what? I'd have to go check on Podbean, but I believe it's season 4. There we go. I can hear you now. Everybody's excited they can hear us. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. You know what? You missed the whole joke from last time. It's okay. The time has passed. It's no longer funny, although it still kind of is. You know, Rob and his bananas.
It would be weird if I just pulled out the measuring tape again.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Geoff, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, we're busy. We're getting there, guys. For those that are going this weekend, Toronto Comicon, we're going to be talking about it in the community news. So if you're going to be at Toronto Comicon, we want to hear what you're going to be doing, what you're going to be wearing in particular. I know Toronto Comicon finally came out with their template that you could throw all your little cosplays in there and what days you're going and such, but we still want to hear from you guys as to what you're wearing as soon as we get to the community news section, which is run by your friend and mine. Not really, because he's not your friend. He's the bad guy. It's Rob. What's going on, Rob?
This week I have power, as you can see, which
yes
is good. It's good. We
do like
barely
power.
have any sound, but
yes, Captain Power.
Back, Captain.
Yeah, we need to figure this out, folks. If you know of any other streaming kind of platform that we could be using instead of this, we got to figure this out. This one's becoming problematic. We changed from StreamYard to this platform because we were having issues there, and now we're having issues here. So, if you guys know of anything that we can look into, shoot us a message because this is
the melons have over-ripened.
Yeah, it's getting old quick.
Yep.
A little squishy.
Yeah.
Squishy.
Should we start with the news? I mean, we always do. We might as well.
Give her.
It's the news.
This is the news. Brought to you by the Geeks and Company, where nothing ever fucking works. Tonight's top story. Longtime supporter of the chat, longtime supporter of the podcast, is involved in the animating movie business. I don't know if you know this or not, but our good friend Christina, which we featured on the podcast many years ago, works as a line producer in animation, and she's got a movie out called Night of the Zoopocalypse. It hit theaters this week. Congratulations. By the way, last time I looked at it on Rotten Tomatoes, it was sitting at 100%.
Yeah, it's doing well.
It's doing really well. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's playing locally near you, but if it is, definitely go check it out. Support the movie that our friend Christina is involved in. I have not had a chance to see it myself. I assumed as a close personal friend, I would get some sort of an advanced screening. When I asked about it, I believe her words were, "Fuck you, scrub." So that didn't happen. But
you're not tall enough to get on this ride.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Exactly. Can I see the movie first? There's a minimum height requirement to see the app. But yes, nothing but glowing reviews thus far. So if you do have a chance to check it out, wherever you are, wherever you're from, please go and support the flick. It looks fantastic.
Christina says you never asked.
Bullshit. I ask all the time. What is with her? No, can we go? What is going on in your profile picture there? What did you do to your dog? What is happening there with the glasses and stuff? Like, what's?
I mean, it's like
I don't understand. Noah in the house.
What's up, buddy?
I'm sure she said that with love. Jeff, have you met Christina? Have you spent time with both of us together? Nothing she says to me, she says with love. Not one damn thing. Big news coming out.
I have not seen. So it's in theaters now. It came out last weekend, or it's coming out this weekend?
95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Who are the 5% and where do they live? Because we'll hunt those motherfuckers down. Because Last time I saw it was 100%. Yeah, Christina, do you know how we can see it? Like, is it in theaters now currently? Is it going to be a wide release or is it a limited? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, let's know.
Give us the dirt. Give us the lowdown.
Looks
it
like
looks
it's showing at our near us, JS.
There you go.
The theater
4.5
near
million
us.
box office so far. Last weekend it opened. Guys, go check it out.
Yeah.
If it's playing in Oshawa, it's playing everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be playing everywhere.
Yeah.
Sure.
Nah, trust me, it's not.
Yeah.
In the world of IP properties,
this one's weird.
IP properties. Did I just say intellectual properties? Wow. In the world of IPs, something kind of massive just happened recently. Amazon now has full creative controlling rights to James Bond. So we're in the middle of a transitional phase going from the Daniel Craig era and his 5 movies going into a new, and it's been run by the same 2 people for decades now, Barbara Broccoli, and I don't remember the other gentleman's name. They've essentially sold off all their rights to it, and they've sold it to Amazon. So now Amazon is going to be in complete and full control of who the next James Bond is going to be, how many movies there's going to be, blah, 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 blah. And they've already put out a statement about 2 specific things about James Bond that are going to happen moving forward. He's going to be male and he's going to be British. That's all they've said so far. Casting rumors still abound, and Vegas has odds on who the next guy is, but you can probably expect some TV shows, some spin-off, maybe some animated bullshit. You know, it's Amazon, right? So
I was just
I was going to ask,
much as they can.
Yeah.
I don't think you're just going to get one movie every couple of years now. You're probably going to see a much deeper saturation of the IP throughout everything. Excuse me. Yes, we will get to the Batman ad, guys, the State Farm ad. We will talk about that too. I haven't added it onto the main list here yet, but yes, we will talk about that as well at some point here. While we go through the news, kids, don't spoilers. Like, there's an order here. All right, I'm in charge of the goddamn news, not you, me. Sorry, yeah. Do you guys have opinions on that? As far as, are you hopeful? Are you skeptical? Where do you land on the whole Amazon owning James Bond?
I think it'll be interesting to see all the different things that they can do with the property, right? Because without necessarily it being a James Bond movie or a James Bond show or a James Bond animated, it can be something in the world of James Bond, right? They can make different things within that world and grow that world now, which could be interesting. If you're asking about the casting, I still say he may be a little bit too old now, but Idris Elba for me would have been like, I don't understand how I know there was rumors of him when they hired Daniel Craig, but fuck, man, Idris Elba should be James Bond as far as I'm concerned. So I don't know. It's interesting. I know they were very, very, very protective of the brand. So how Amazon is going to treat it will be very interesting.
Rob, any opinions?
I don't have any strong opinions. I am hopeful that, I'll be honest with you, some of the last set of Bond movies I wasn't all that into. They can get really long and tedious.
There's one really good one, and that was about it. And it wasn't the one everybody else picked. I thought Casino Royale was great. I thought everything after that was just subpar. I know everybody loves Skyfall, and I was like, it's all right.
Yeah,
so I'm hoping
Royale was the better one.
100%.
I'm hoping they put a fresh maybe spin on how, like, the cinematics or how they tell the story, how they film it. Like, they have an opportunity to refresh it here for a new audience. So
true.
I'm hoping they do something there.
Yep. Fair enough. What are we moving on to now? Yes. So while not official, there are still a ton of casting rumors about the new television series coming from, it used to be HBO Max and now it's Max, for the new Harry Potter TV series. From what I understand, so far, the only confirmed casting is for Dumbledore, and that's going to be, oh my God, his name just slipped out of my head. Holy crap. John Lithgow. So John Lithgow is the new Dumbledore. Yes.
Interesting. I didn't
but
know
a couple
that.
of other names have come up as far as McGonagall and Snape in particular. The Snape one is causing some controversy because the gentleman that looks like he's going to be getting it is African American. So that's causing some controversy amongst the groups that you would assume it would cause controversy amongst. But the cast name is that like I thought that was still just rumor. I didn't know. Have they officially announced that dude's going to be Snape?
I thought they did.
Okay. I saw a bunch of news pieces on it, but I thought it was still. I thought Warner's themselves came out afterwards and be like, we can neither confirm nor deny that. So. Yeah, I don't want to get into the political machinations of it. We've discussed that ad nauseum on the podcast before. I don't want to dive down that rabbit hole, Crystal. I don't mean to cut you off on that, but I just don't want to. We'll be here for the next half an hour if we start getting into the back and forth about Rowling and such. But the show is happening, whether we want it to or not. So that's going to happen. So, and because we're a geek-based podcast, we kind of have to talk about it if there's news about it. So, yeah.
Yeah, Paul was asking. Sorry, just quickly. Paul was asking about, the Bond stuff. If they have the rights to the old movies.
Yeah.
I believe so, because like Andre is saying here, I believe Amazon now owns MGM, which means that they would have then the rights to all the old stuff as well.
Well, there's a pretty easy way for you to figure it out. Does anybody have Prime?
Yeah.
Just open up Prime right now and watch the James Bond movies on Prime, because if you can, it probably means they at least have the licensing rights anyways, right?
Yeah.
Just giving my 2 cents, Crystal. Yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. And that's valid. I don't want down a rabbit hole on it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I appreciate you bringing it in. He's too pretty to be Snape. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's so God. It like, I know you guys are Potterheads, but like Alan Rickman as Snape is like RDJ as Iron Man, or it's like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Like, it's such the perfect casting of that character. It's so hard to see anybody else in the role. I honestly feel that you could recast a lot of the other stuff in there, and it wouldn't be that different. Like, it wouldn't hit that weird. Like, it's going to be a little bit weird to see, it's not going to be Daniel Radcliffe or it's not going to be Emma Watson, because they were like the main stars of the show. But I feel like you can transition out of those roles and into younger characters pretty easily. But holy goddamn shit, not having Alan Rickman in that role is going to be fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it should have been Adam Driver.
I don't think it really, you know what?
He looks like a young Alan Rickman. There's no question.
Yeah, wow.
Right?
That's a fantastic casting. Why they didn't go that route? Well, but they probably can't afford him, to be honest. Although they're probably throwing like billions of fucking dollars at this show.
They're talking. Right? They have. They figure they have enough for 10 seasons.
That's just
Now, whether that'll happen or not, who knows? But
yeah.
I feel Hollywood needs to stop this recycle shit. You're not wrong. I think the key with Warner Brothers is which, by the way, there is a bit of a, you know what, I'll just transition to that news piece while we're talking about it. Apparently, Warner Brothers has had a string of really bad movies lately and bombs, and they're at a point now where they're putting a lot of focus on Superman coming out in July, like to the point where if that bombs, the studio itself may be looking to be sold. Like, if they're in really
Warner Brothers
race, yes,
really.
So Mickey 17, they dumped a bunch of money into that. It's not performing that well. Joker 2, they dumped twice as much money as they dumped into Mickey 17. It performed even worse. So they're just having a string. They haven't had a really big hit movie in a while. They're just losing too much money. They're bleeding cash. So yeah, it might be up on the studio itself, not the entirety of the whole conglomerate, but the Warner Brothers movie studio itself may either just fold completely or it may get sold off.
Yeah, because the parent company is Discovery, right?
That's
they're doing fine. Right? Max is doing fine. Their streaming service or whatever the hell it's called now.
The conglomerate. Right? There are pieces that are doing okay, but Warner Brothers is not among
the
those
Warner Brothers studio
okay.
is not doing okay at all. They're
my roundabout way of getting to Crystal's point there, I feel Hollywood needs to stop to recycle this shit. So they have current IPs that are not doing anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter made them billions and billions and billions of dollars, and it's just sitting there doing nothing right now. So it became one of the focuses that they put out to the shareholders. Like, these are the properties we're going to go after: Harry Potter, DC, a couple of others, Lord of the Rings, just to make, we know these properties can make money, so we have to do that. Disney's just lurking in the shadows waiting to bite up. Please, no. God, please no.
Already done enough damage.
Yeah, no kidding. Excuse me. Carrying on from last week, we were talking about, speaking of movies, we were talking about The Electric State. The new movie from the Russos, $320 million budget. Talking about giant budgets. Netflix exclusive, no theatrical release on this. Reviews are out. They are not good. I think it's in the 20s.
Oh no.
Yeah. It is a bomb. But again, like we talked about last week, because it's a streaming, there's no way to really quantify its bombness because the money's spent. Like it's either going to draw people in to watch it or it's not. You can just, if you got Netflix, you can watch anytime you want. So there's no like back end theatrical number to be like, well, this is what it costs and this is what it made.
It's
but
always
at the same
the problem
time,
when we're talking about streaming shows, right?
At the same time,
movies.
If word of mouth gets out that this movie is just a steaming pile of expensive dog turd, if you have Netflix, are you going to tune in to watch The Electric State? Last week, half the channel hadn't even heard this movie existed. So
I'm going to tune in and watch it because those kind of dog shit movies are my thing. But
why am I not surprised?
Speaking of dog shit movies, it just reminds me of like James Snyder and Rebel Moon on Netflix. Like, is it a Netflix thing? Like, have you guys seen Rebel Moon?
Yeah, I did see Rebel Moon. I didn't think it was that bad, to be honest with you.
The first one was good. I couldn't watch the second one. But...
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I haven't watched neither because I just heard they were dog shit, so I never bothered to waste my time.
It kind of feels like it's almost, there's not enough oversight because it's not going to the theater and because they're not putting out to test audiences, because they're not going the normal route of what a theatrical release would have. Typically, you'll cut the movie once, you'll put it to test audiences, they'll give you all the feedback on it, and you might make changes based on the feedback that comes in. They might be tweaks, they might be edits, you might reshoot entire sequences of a movie based on those test audiences. They don't do any of that with the Netflix shit. They just shoot it, edit it, and then put it on their channel. So if
we can tell.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It kind of feels like there's just not enough oversight to make sure it's going to be good before you were like released to the public. Having said that, anybody watch that new Minecraft trailer that just came out?
I've not.
I don't know if it's new, but I just watched one.
They just dropped like a new one or whatever that I just watched, and I was like, okay. Like,
elaborate. What are your thoughts?
I've seen a lot of trailers where the trailer looks really good and then the movie didn't quite live up to it. I haven't had the opposite experience very often where the trailer looked like dog shit and the movie was amazing. The trailer looks like dog shit. It looks like by the way, if Alan Henry is watching, Alan, I'm so sorry. I know you were involved in this film. I'm not shitting on it specifically for like the effects or whatever, but it looks like the hottest garbage. It looks like just a giant massive weird shit. So I
watched the trailer today, but an older one from a few months ago, and that was the first time I saw the trailer, and once again I was like, this looks awesome.
Really?
Yeah, when I saw the first trailer, I haven't seen the new one. I saw the first trailer and it didn't really grab me. It didn't really make me feel any kind of way. So I forgot that movie was even coming.
There we go. Brittany's target audience right there. Oh, I am ready to watch some Minecraft. It's going to be the movie equivalent of crack. Maybe.
I hope so.
Like I was gonna say, like this might be one that pumps $1 billion into Warner.
It could. It
Warner
could.
Brothers.
Yeah, by all means. I mean, I hope it does. But holy man, I watched that trailer like an hour ago, and I was like, "What is going on in our lives at this?"
Well, I'll have to check that one out. But
speaking of trailers, by the way, my last news item before we get to the State Farm ad is the new trailer, the first full trailer for season 2 of The Last of Us just dropped. Now, I'm going to say this the same way I talk about whenever I talk about The Legend of Vox Machina. I don't know. I haven't played either of the games as far as The Last of Us goes. So I got no skin in the game. All I did was watch the first season, and I thought the first season was good, but I thought it was really, really overhyped. Still good, brilliantly shot, brilliantly edited, fantastically acted, but like, maybe not the most. Like, if that was a video game, I'd be like, I'm falling asleep. Like, this is a game. This is based on a video game. Did anybody play this video? What do you do in this video game? Just walk endlessly? That's the whole point of the video game. Like, I don't.
And then you fight some zombies and people. And then
they barely fought any zombies on the show.
And then you fight,
Well, yeah. I mean, it's an adaptation of the video game, right? It's not. They're adapting the video game story to make a TV show, but it's like playing Resident Evil, but instead of being stuck in a house, you're going from town to town, right?
And a lot of that game too is like stealth based, right? So the goal isn't necessarily to go fight the zombies. You want to hide from the zombies, which I think they do a good job of, right? You'll see a lot of those scenes where they're like sneaking through a house and, you know, hiding behind walls as one of the zombie things
Now,
are walking by.
Have you guys watched the trailer that I'm referring to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That trailer doesn't make it look like it's this slow burn, stealthy kind of thing. I don't know if they just jammed all the action set pieces that they have in season 2 into that trailer, but they made that trailer seems like it's this huge action-packed zombie killing thing, and season 1 was not that at all.
No.
So do you think there is going to be a bit of a paradigm shift, and they're going to try to make the second season a little bit more exciting or a little bit more going on, or are they going to continue with the world building and the character building that they kind of did in the first season? Or did they literally just take all the action pieces and just jam them into the trailer, and then the rest of it's just going to be walking and dull shit?
Yeah, I have a couple thoughts on that, and the there was a couple of articles that came out of interviews with the showrunner that came out last year, I think, just after season 1 came out, and I guess they were referring to the fact that, you know, when you play the games, you play the first game and then you play the second game. There's a big time jump between the first game and the second game. And when you play the first game, it's Elle and
Joel and Ellie.
Joel and Ellie. Sorry. And in the second game, he's dead. Or he dies. I guess he's
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
No, it's not a spoiler alert because
they don't do that in this season.
No.
Well, obviously they're not going to kill them off.
No. So my understanding is that the next, this season and potentially next season, and maybe even another season after that, if Pedro Pascal will still keep coming back and the show keeps bringing viewers that are in between those two games, right? So we're seeing that time frame that we didn't get to see in the games. So these are all going to be new stories and new adventures. And yes, that opens them up to do whatever they want, right? So if they want to make it more action-packed, they can do that because it's all completely its thing on its own. So yes, I think you're right. I think one of the complaints was that it was a little bit of a slow burn. I think they're going to up the action a little bit. Will this be The Walking Dead? I don't think so. Don't expect it to be like an action show. Although The Walking Dead technically wasn't really an action show, but some seasons kind of were more. You know what?
I feel like Last of Us has 3, maybe 4 seasons, and then you gotta stop it. There's no more story to tell. You know, its thing isn't beautiful because it lasts. Like, it shouldn't go longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So last but not least, guys, the new State Farm ad that everybody on planet Earth is talking about right now, and I'm guessing my 2 compatriots haven't seen it.
No idea.
Okay. So while I'm talking about it, why don't you guys pull this up and watch it real quick? Because you're going to see what we're talking about. So I don't know where State Farm got the money, but they definitely spent a whole whack of money. So Jason Bateman plays Bateman. And he's in all these action sequences in like a Bateman suit. And the key here is they're trying to compare getting State Farm insurance versus like a competitor's insurance. So what they keep saying is like, do you want Bateman to show up when the Joker or the Riddler or Poison Ivy shows up, or do you want Batman? So then they show you the Joker and Poison Ivy and a Batman and a Batmobile, and it all looks like some of the best DC shit you've ever seen. Way better than anything they've ever portrayed on television. And on par with some of the stuff they put in the movies. Joker in particular looks really good. And again, it's all played for laughs, but I can't even imagine how much money they dumped into this ad because it's insane. The Batmobile looks amazing. It looks like one of the best Batmobiles since the Tumbler. Like, it looks super cool. And the new Bat suit, like not the new one, like, because it's only in this fucking ad, but the Batman looks like a legitimate Batman. Like, that dude looks like he could have been. It's crazy the kind of money and time and effort they like. I don't know if they had Warner Brothers come in to help them with it. I don't know how they even got the rights to use all these characters in the first place, but they're very faithful and accurate representations of the characters to a point where people are like, this is the kind of shit we've wanted from DC the whole time. And we haven't been getting. And now, again, it's really easy to have a 2-minute commercial and be like, oh, this is all the cool shit that we've always wanted. It's kind of hard to bulk that out into a 2-hour movie and then build a whole universe around it. But at the end of the day, Dope Batmobile. Yes,
Holy
absolutely.
shit.
Is that Tim? What's his name?
Oh wow.
Wow, that was
Right?
that was amazing.
It's crazy.
Oh
They spent some
wow.
money on this.
Yes.
Joker.
It's all
kinda
over
looks like-
Reddit. It's all over social media. Like it's bonkers. Sorry, go ahead.
Joker looks like the Arkham series games Joker.
He almost to me, he looks like a younger, more tool Jack Nicholson. Yeah, exactly what Keith was saying. Like a younger, more tool Jack
crazy.
Nicholson. Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't understand. You know what? You've in a minute and a half you've brought up a shit ton of good points as I was trying to listen to you and to listen to the trailer at the same time.
I couldn't just sit here and
man?
watch you guys just be dead faced, but like I had to like fill the
it's-
time. But for my DC peeps
Okay.
out there, if you haven't watched it, make sure you watch it. Yeah, the Two-Face stuff looked really
The
good.
Two-Face was
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
Like I don't understand
Batman.
how
Bateman.
what?
Yeah.
How does State Farm do this?
Ah.
A fucking a commercial?
Like in particular, like the DC subreddits on Reddit, they're all like, this is what we want. This is exactly the mood, the look, the style. You've captured all of it. It looks like the comics to life. Like this is what we've always wanted. There we go. So everybody's talking about this. We'll see, man. We'll see. A little Elseworlds popped off with Bateman and State Farm guy and its own little universe off there.
Whoever produced this needs to be having a serious chat with James Gunn, I think. And that Superman movie maybe needs to just be scrapped and started over.
I think they're probably a little too money deep at this point to be doing that. But
Yeah.
hey, man, we got Batman: The Brave and the Bold coming up. This could be like that whole Lego thing from
What
Across the
if this?
Spider-Verse,
What if
right?
this was that?
What if it is
What
that?
if this was actually like they've partnered up with DC and this is DC's
man.
first look at the Brave and the Bold?
At the style that you're kind of going to see and what you can expect? I'm down. It looks fantastic. It really does. It
Like-
looks really, really good.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
It's the first Batman movie in a long time that really felt like a comic book come to life. And that's what I, as my little, 90s nerd comic book heart has wanted the whole time. I love all the grounded stuff that Nolan did and then Snyder did as well. And I don't want it to be completely off the rails goofy shit, but I still would like to have that comic book feel. And that's what this ad gives me, that vibe, more so than anything since like Burton's Batman. And even Burton's Batman was a little bit too dark and gritty and a little too serious, you know what I mean? So it reminds me of the awesome Turkish Airlines ads around BVS. Yeah, similar vibe, but someone dumped a shit ton of money at this. Just absolutely wild.
Huh. Yeah, I'm a little bit lost for words. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't
No,
expecting
man,
it
that's
at all.
okay.
That's something else.
Pretty cool. If you haven't checked it out, guys, make sure you check it out, especially if you're a DC nerd like we are. And that's the news, guys. That's all we've got this week. I'm going to turn it over to my buddy Rob here, who's got some community news. Hey, Rob, it's a slow weekend. What's going on in the community?
Where's my intro? Community news.
He's like a wrestler, right? Play my fucking music.
Play my
I
intro.
can't hear you guys again.
Oh my god. Well, he's figuring out the sound. I gotta say, you know who I thought was playing that Joker? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. They can't
there-
hear us?
Now you're here. Can everybody still hear us?
Can I hear you?
Yeah, I can hear everybody now.
All right.
Hopefully, I haven't lost them. But yeah, there's so many audio issues with this software right now. Anyway,
Go
Anyway,
ahead, Rob.
Tim Curry is who I thought was playing that Joker in that ad.
I gotcha.
That's who I thought it was.
Yes. By the way,
Okay.
would have made an excellent Joker too back in his prime for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, all the community news I have really is finally Toronto Comicon weekend.
actually, before we do get to Toronto Comicon weekend, there is one thing I think we want to perhaps touch on because
Do we?
it's coming fast.
Oh, I
We're
thought we
only-
were saving that till the end, but
Oh, okay, we can save it till the end. Okay, yeah. All right, we can do that.
Yeah, I thought that would be how our segue into the next thing, but
All right, fair enough. So Toronto Comicon.
Yeah, I mean Toronto Comic Con. Like, where do we go from here? I have a few random points. I
Well,
find
first of all, are
it.
you guys excited? Anybody excited for Toronto Comicon this year? Jeff?
I'm
No.
excited to get back and see some friends and people I haven't seen in a long time for sure.
Yeah. Jeff?
Jeff?
I know
I
the
have a lot-
chat was excited today because holy fuck, were they giving it to Jeff, man? Like he was the punching bag in that chat today.
Oh, see, you've never been in a chat with
He's
me and
catching
people.
straight.
That's just how it is, guys. That's not today.
Holy,
That's
the
all
jokes
the time.
were flying right at the knees,
All the
man.
time. And for whatever reason, when I'm at any event, everybody whips out their goddamn phone cameras and captures every goddamn moment that I'm being a jackass. Anyways, I have 2 giant rants about Toronto Comicon that would piss Rob off something fierce. So I'm not going to say anything at all.
Me, Rob?
You, Rob. Yeah. I'm excited to see my friends, exactly like he just said, including these 2 bozos on Saturday. But I am a little bit chagrined that obviously, as you guys already know, we are not going to be there in any kind of an official capacity. That makes it a little bit more of a bitter pill to swallow. And more to the point, I guess, you know what? I am going to rant a little bit. More to the point, I guess, when they didn't give us the booth, again, you know, I'm sure there's some circumstances around it. And the community area this time, by the way, guys,
Has
is very,
shrunken big time.
it's like a
Very
postage stamp.
small,
Yeah.
way
But
in the
then,
back corner.
again, and this is going to sound like, you know, our heads are too big, but when we do see some of the, and this is not, I'm not slating the community booths that are going to be there, but when we do see some of the booths that do end up getting through, and then we'll walk by those booths and there's just nobody there, or there's no level of interaction, or they're just sitting at a table reading a book or on their phones, knowing that what we could have brought and have brought in the past, as far as that value to the con, that interaction, just bringing the con up, that's the more frustrating part for us. And again, that's not me slagging other booths. It's not all the booths. It's not even most of the booths. There's only a few of them, but those few keep coming back every year. And you're just like, we could be doing that, and we could be drawing crowds, and we could be doing photo meetups, and we could be adding all this value to the con, and we're not getting a chance to do it. And I kind of feel a little bit the same way about the media passes, because I've been in this game for 10 years, guys, and I've been going to these cons for all that time. And I can't tell you how many guys get media passes just so they get a free pass to the con. They don't actually do anything with them. I can name a dozen people off the top of my head, and I guarantee you some of those folks are going to have media passes for this one because they've been getting them the whole time, and they're not going to do it. And last year for Fan Expo, you guys saw it. We actually produced content, and not just like a photo of me or me on TikTok dancing that's just hyping me up. Like, we talk to people at the con, cosplayers and guests, and every time we shot something, we said we're here at Fan Expo 2024, and like, we created content. We used our media passes for what they're supposed to be fucking used for.
And some people kind of count on us to do live from the floor because they can't come.
That's what I'm
and I
saying.
know year after year and con after con, they tune in just to watch because they can't be there.
Yeah. So no, Crystal, we didn't get the media passes, and that's kind of my point too. That's already like, well, that kind of sucks. But then again, I'm going to see guys that I know they're going to have media badges on, and I'll even go up to them because I've done it in the past. I'm like, oh, you're media. What are you doing? They're like, nothing. I just didn't want to. I wanted to cut the line. I didn't want to have to buy a ticket. Like, I've had guys admit that to me outright. So that for us, that's for me where my frustration lies with all this. So has it colored my perception of, or my excitement going into the con itself? Absolutely, guys.
Yeah,
human,
for sure.
Can't avoid that. Is that going to mean that I can't have a good time with my boys and the rest of my crew that's in there? Absolutely, I'm going to have a good time. We're going to get some drinks. We're going to be silly geese. We're going to wear costumes like idiots. That's what we're still going to have fun. That's all I'm trying to say. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a rant. My apologies, guys. I'm not shit talking Toronto Comicon, their organizers, and I'm not even shit talking the other media guys or the other booth guys. It's just frustrating for us knowing what we could be doing for you guys, and we're not being given the opportunity to do that. That's all. Anyways, sorry. Let me just bring the
Especially
whole
when we got
room down.
We got this dope ass Iron Throne.
That too.
I want to add on to that little point as well, where I mean, you're going to be there all 3 days already because you had already, well, I guess you had already committed to like group cosplays, and you already had a hotel room and all that stuff, right? But when we find out we're not even getting media passes, like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go spend $1,000 to spend the weekend downtown Toronto, and then on top of that, food and passes and all that stuff. If I can't even, like, and then why would I then even go bother and make and film media and content?
Yeah, that's
right. Like,
right.
you don't want me to have a media pass. So, and then they sent us an email saying, you don't have a media pass, you can't go film content, right?
Or you got to be at least 12 feet away, and
Like, okay, fine.
you
Then
can
we won't
only
film
use
content.
2 minutes of it.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were very direct, and like you can't. Not only can you not have media passes, but if you even try to make some content,
Yeah.
we'll
about
fuck you
our
up.
show, about
Yeah.
hyping up our show and
Yeah.
our guests and our vendors and our floor and our corporate sponsors and everything else.
Yeah. So for me, I still want it to go because, you know, there's a lot of friends that I only get to see 2, 3, 4 times a year, right? And this is the first time of the year. We haven't seen most of the gang in like 6 months. So I want to at least go there and get to see everybody and hang out and have some drinks and you know, the regular shenanigans, but it doesn't really make me want to go all weekend. You know, but in any case,
Well, you're not, right? You guys are only
I'm
going to
not
be there
going
on
all weekend.
Saturday.
We're only good. So that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Me and Rob are only going Saturday. Rob's gonna be there all weekend. We are only going Saturday. Producer Jen is not coming at all.
Nope, just JS and I are coming down, hang out with Jeff and some of our usual
specifically,
crew.
man. Like if I wasn't splitting a room with Mike, if I wasn't going to have to stick in with the whole bill, I would have skipped it and focused all of my energy into.
Same
our good
here.
friend,
We wouldn't have gone really. If
no.
you guys were.
Yeah.
We would have just focused all our energy into Toronto Game Expo. 100% we would have done that. And by the way, we're still going to fucking do that because we're going to tear that con apart when we get there. But yeah, it's really kind of put a sour note on this one for sure. But
yeah, and I guess Andre's already saying Saturday is clearly oversold. By the way, of course it's oversold because
Yeah,
you know,
like you want to buy tickets for 2 p.m. What about 3
Yeah.
p.m.? We got more
what
tickets
about,
for 3:30.
what about 4 p.m.? Yeah.
You know what? The breaking news: 5 p.m. Like
It's only open till 8. You're gonna get all the way to Toronto and have a 4-hour Comic-Con ticket? You can't even see the con in 4 hours. What are your minds?
yeah,
Wild.
expecting the
no,
fire
absolutely
marshal
wild.
to make an appearance. Yeah, me too.
Probably. Yeah. And we've talked about this before too, and it's happened last year. Now, typically all this stuff usually comes up for Fan Expo, not necessarily for Toronto Comic-Con, but yeah, if you leave Saturday afternoon, pretty good chance you're not getting back in. Or you're going to wait in a forever line to get back in. So
Yeah.
be mindful,
something to
guys.
keep in
if you are
mind.
going.
Yeah.
It might
Yeah.
be slightly problematic. Excuse me. But
yeah.
who's cosplaying? Who's going? Who's cosplaying? And what do you cosplay? What are you two guys cosplaying? I know you're only going on Saturday, but hello there, General Kenobi.
It's General Kenobi.
That's right. Hello there.
We're doing 2 costumes on Saturday because so are you apparently.
I am.
And I think we're all doing a bit of a group cosplay on Saturday morning. Actually, I don't even know who's part of the group cosplay at this point. Do we know who's part of this? Or is it just us 3? I don't think so.
No, there's like I don't know. 10
Sorry,
or
which
Tina?
one? For the X-Men?
X-Men.
Saturday
We're
morning.
doing the X-Men.
Yeah. So Crazy Mike is going to be Gambit. Lindsay is going
Yep.
to be Elektra.
Yep.
Andre is going to be Blade.
Yes.
Magneto, Logan,
Magneto.
Wolverine. Somebody else is. Liz is going to be Rogue. So yeah, we're going to have a pretty sizable
Perfect.
group of X-Men for sure.
Perfect. Yeah, so I'm going to be Logan. I'm doing Logan again for the second time. Rob's going to be Magneto.
For the second time, first time I think at one of the Toronto cons.
Third, isn't it the third
I've
time?
only done the Magneto once, and it was in London.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, so this is my first time in Toronto.
Perfect. And you were doing Wolverine.
Correct. From Deadpool and Wolverine.
Did
Did you happen to get a helmet?
No.
Ah, damn.
That's
Okay.
right.
We'll talk about that after.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, there's still 6 days left. No,
Yeah. Maybe
I
I'll
mean,
get
like,
literally overnight.
maybe I'll buy one on Friday at the con. So then
Oh,
I'll get
there
a
you
chance
go.
to like try
There
it
you
on and
go.
shit, right? So
There's like 3
okay.
guys on Facebook Marketplace in my area who are selling them, but you
yeah,
never know if
I
the
got a guy
size is gonna
in
be
yeah,
right.
yeah, well that's just
Yeah.
it, right? So
Yeah.
we'll see. There'll probably be one at the con. So maybe I'll pick one up while I'm there and wear it the next day. Who knows? Elfie and the Engineer. We're going Saturday as Jace with the Hammer and Elfie as Victor.
Yeah, I've been
Oh,
watching
from
Arcane.
Arcane. The
Yeah.
second season of that is out, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I haven't watched the second season yet. I should.
Have you
Same
watched
thing.
the
It's like
first
100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Apparently,
Yeah,
It's
Okay.
It's
really good.
You got to watch it.
Yeah, I gotta go check that out. I haven't seen that yet.
Don't worry, JS. Fresh Cut Grass won't be there. He's safe. You don't have to stay away.
Oh man, let's not get into that. Between Fresh Cut Grass and Richard's Boba Fett, like I can't be around those costumes
You sure
at
can.
all. I'm like
still debating one
ticking time
costume,
bomb.
but Zatanna and Rowena from Supernatural. So Stephanie, very cool. Myers is going to be there Sunday as Gambit. So there'll be another Gambit.
Nice.
Dean is we're only going on Sunday, changing the garage as the change room is tiny, drive there and then back home. So Dean, what are you wearing on Sunday? I'm hoping you're going to join our troop. So on Sunday we're not strictly doing troopers, but there's going to be, I think we're up to 4 scout troopers, a snow trooper, a storm trooper, a Darth Vader.
Oh, is Sean doing Vader?
Yeah, he wants to be literally be
Nice.
like the gap in the teeth. Like it's going to be like white, and then
Nice.
yeah. Biker Scout. Okay, so another scout. So yeah, so Robbie, our
Perfect.
good friend Robbie, Grayson Grid Cosplay, finally
Yeah.
has his scout together.
Oh, no
Mike-
way.
Yep. Michael's going to wear his
Nice.
scout. Dean's going to wear his scout. Christina's going to wear her scout. It's going to be a country scout jamboree around there. I'm going to wear my my stormtrooper. Mike's going to wear his snowtrooper, and Sean's going to wear his
Vader.
His Vader. Yeah. So that
Nice.
should be a good time as well.
Mm-hmm.
I might not. I'm supposed to. So sorry. So Saturday I'm going to be Wolverine in the first half of the day, and then I'm changing into Daemon Targaryen in the second half of the day, which editor Megan just dropped off what she made for me, and it's fantastic.
Looks great.
Yeah, she just killed it.
You guys
And
have
then
a shoot too
Sunday-
that day, right? Cancel. Is that not happening anymore?
I don't know. I don't watch stories, so I don't find out about the shoots unless someone specifically messages me. And I have had a few different,
I don't watch
especially there's like 4 different people do all their shit talking in stories, and it got to a point where it was just bumming me the fuck out. So I just stopped watching stories altogether. I watch your guys' stories, but not like stories in general. 4 different people that cosplay as Rhaenyra all messaged me after I posted that I was going to be Daemon. They're like, "Can we get a picture with you?" Because I don't think anybody else is really doing. I don't think there's a lot of Daemon Targaryens like running around. So I was like, "Yeah," but I was planning on doing Daemon again on Sunday, but I might not. I might just do the Stormtrooper and then just leave because I'm pretty sure by then. Because this idiot's
Well, it's 11 o'clock. I'm out of here.
Woo, we'll see you later.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing Predators in the afternoon. So when you go to
Nice.
change into your Daemon, we're going to change into our Predators. Hopefully
So-
it all works.
Hopefully, we were able to get back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully through the hotel we should
Through
be
the
able to-
hotel, I'm hoping is going to be a little bit better. It usually is because you're not really
Yeah.
going outside per se. That hotel entrance usually isn't quite as bad as
Mhm.
the other
Good
main
point,
entrances,
good
right?
point.
So yeah, that's why like Friday and Sunday, I'm definitely going to be hitting up some steam whistle action with the gang. There's no question. I know they're going to try to go over to steam whistle on Saturday. I
think
don't
that's
think
a
I'm going to
mistake.
bother. Yeah, I know it's a mistake. I've already told the gang. I'm like, you guys go, knock yourselves out, and they're all like, yeah, we're going. I'm like, cool. I'll just go to the hotel bar and have a pint or two, and then come back in because I think it's going to be
Yeah.
a lot easier.
Yeah.
Or
Or maybe
I was thinking we just bring some
booze.
exhibitor
Yeah.
exhibitor passes from last year and just flash them as we walk. Flash their exhibitor, come through.
Media, we're media. It's fine.
I
Yeah.
mean, we all know people that have done that in previous years that we're not going to name that.
Not kidding. We know you're out there.
We know you're out there, buddy. I mean, listen, that was genius, man. Yeah, like, fuck. He
It
thought
works,
about
it works.
and it worked. So, there you go.
Hey, do you have hearing in your Predators? Yeah.
I mean, we can hear. Is that what you mean?
Do you
Like
have
hearing
hearing
as
in
in
your Predators?
how? I know. I think I know what he means. So he's been installing. I think it was Dean that was installing these. That are like microphones, basically, to be able to help you hear from inside your helmet.
Oh,
I
I get
don't
why
really
they would have that problem.
Yeah, we don't really have that problem because our ears aren't covered. Our ears are covered with dreads, right? So there's no hard plastic helmet covering our ears. So no.
Yeah. Our
Earbuds and iPhone works. Yeah, I'm probably. Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
need it with
probably.
Predator.
Yeah, no, but we don't need that. Yeah.
Speaking of Damon T, yeah, Noah, let me know, buddy. Noah reached out and was like, so you know how Damon has that whole big armor build? Do you think that's something that you want? I'd be like, work me up a quote, big boy. Like, I'm not saying no, but
Yeah.
it's all going to depend on how much cheddar cheese you want for something like that. So
Mhm.
Speaking of which, I need Noah to know that I am working on the patterns.
Oh wow, you've made that
done
real big. It looks like
the patterns. It's based the size he sent and printed. But yeah, I'm hoping to have that done. I'm gonna try to get it done for Game Expo.
Nice.
No promise. That's much. I'm trying to get it done.
I guess that the red carpet's not going to be at the bottom of the staircase this year.
No, that's weird. So apparently it's
escalators?
going to be all the way down in the room across from where the second cup is. So bottom of the escalators, hang a left,
past that shit room that we were in.
Wow. As far as you can go, the last room, cosplay red carpet. It looks like it's in there.
Could this con give any less of a fuck about cosplay?
Like, tell me you hate
it's
cosplay.
Turning it in Niagara Falls. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah, so weird, eh?
looks like everything cosplay
downstairs, down the hall, at the end, in a room.
And you're locked out. And the three cosplay guests are also downstairs, the bottom of the escalators. So, I don't know. Has it ever been like in a room, the cosplay red carpet?
No.
I've never seen it in a room.
I've never seen it in the last 5 years.
1 year, you know where they at the bottom of the escalators, how that room on the left opens up, the walls all open, and they used to put the cosplay, or it's where the featured cosplayers used to be. Yeah, for a while.
Where the wall opened up in that space. Yeah.
I've seen the red carpet in there, but that's still just at the bottom of the escalators, right? It's not technically in a room.
The red carpet used to be on the main fucking floor, like the exhibition floors.
Well, in the south building.
To be.
When
now,
it was in the south building,
they just keep moving it. Yeah, but remember, our first Toronto Comicon, the original plan was for the red carpet to literally be right behind us on the main exhibition floor, and it was like the day before that they had moved it downstairs. But crazy town. So there we go, Queen Harlene, TGE, massive stage, absolutely, big old stage.
Yeah.
I like Myers saying here, cosplay red carpet for Fan Expo will be at the aquarium.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty soon, it's just you walking outside on your way to the con. Clown shit. Yeah. Audrey calling it out, clown shit. Yeah. I've heard all kinds of rumors about this show in particular. They moved to the North Building because it's cheaper to do, that the con itself is not making very much money, and and that's why they cut down on the community booths and why they cut down on the media passes.
It's not making
I'm just telling you the rumors that I've heard as to why you're seeing as many changes as you're seeing, why the community areas keep shrinking, why they had to move to the North Building in the first place, because it is considerably cheaper to get the north than it is the south. So I'm just relaying that to you. I don't know how much it costs to run this show.
It is a business at the end of the day, and
that's right.
Behind
no, this is not for the community.
It's all in jest.
They have money to make, right? That's why they're there. So I appreciate that. I respect that. And I even kind of get to the point, kind of going back to what I was saying, they're not there. Like, I get the sense that a lot of people that are making the decisions as to what booths are going to be what and who's going to get media passes are not down on the floor experiencing the con in such a way that they would have an idea of who are the value adds and who are the good media people and who are I get the sense that probably a lot of the decisions are being made sight unseen in a lot of cases. And that does make it more challenging for them too. I think as a group, for a lot of those people, they should probably try to spend a little more time in the con itself and get a better feel for what's going on. And I think that would help them navigate that a little bit easier. But dude, man, I don't know. It's I can't wait for Toronto Game Expo. What? Sorry, go ahead. Can you please continue?
We're doing our best
to
stay focused on the
Iron Throne after party. Whoop, whoop. And a special surprise for anybody that's going to be seeing your Geeks & Co. I believe on the Sunday, you're going to get to see us as you've never seen your Geeks & Co. before. Stay tuned for that, guys.
All our clothes are saying
we've all been slaving away on a new group cosplay. It's all I'm going to tell you. It's a big, big surprise, and you guys are going to love every single minute of it. So stay tuned for that.
Speaking of new group cosplays, based on your Minecraft review, it sounds like you don't want to be in on that, eh?
No, I'm good. No, that's
in Minecraft cosplay.
That's on you, lads. I'm all right there.
No.
Rob, is there anything you want to go over with the community news before we get out of here?
No, I think that's it for community news.
Can Podcast Awards? You want to talk about them quickly?
Oh yeah, can Can Podcast Awards will be there, and one of the cool things they do, which we've done before, I think it was just you two gentlemen, is they give time at their booth for up and coming podcasts just like ours, where you can come and spend a couple hours at their booth and get to know some of the people there. Have your fans come and talk to you. One of the catches is usually you have to have a game, make it interesting while you're there.
Yeah, something interactive.
Something interactive.
Yeah.
So all weekend long, they're going to have different podcasts coming through there. Some of the relevant ones from our little scene here. Do you watch anime? Corky Cosplays. He's going to be there for a couple hours. But we love the guys and girls from the Can Podcast Awards. So go check them out. Say hi. Drop by. See the people that you know, like Corky Cosplays. But other than that, typical Comic-Con. You'll see us there on Saturday. Yeah, that's it for community news, basically.
Oh, there's one little piece that we're gonna lead into.
Touche. My bad.
No, that's all right. Yesterday, I had a wonderful opportunity to go over to London Brewing Co-op here in London with Crazy Mike Cosplay, with his girlfriend Wendy, who came as Dedra, and Mr. Johnny Cosplays, our friend Zach Peebles. He came out as a character I don't know. And we shot a bunch of promo reel stuff for
dun, 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 dun.
May the 4th
Star Wars Day.
So May the 4th be with you. We are moving that to May the 3rd this year. So that is sort of the campaign that we're going to be releasing very, very soon. May the 4th on May the 3rd. And we've got logos set up. We shot a bunch of promo reels after that. I had a really good opportunity to talk with Emma, the manager there. We've got big plans in place, but we realized today we're like 6 weeks away. It's like, it's right around the corner. So definitely start gearing up for that. We had a massive turnout last year. We had the best sales day in that tap room that they've ever had there. We sold out of the beer in 3 hours. We cleaned out the food truck in 5. It was just an absolute crazy great event. A lot of the familiar things that you saw last year are going to be coming back this year, but there's also going to be a couple of tweaks and a couple of new things too. So make sure you're coming out to check it out. We're going to have the vendors again. We're going to run the bingo again. We're going to have a special beer again.
Going to be twice as much beer, I think, this time.
Twice as much beer this year. I'm still going to tell each and every one of you the same thing I told you last year. If you would like to purchase some of the beer to take home with you, get there early and do it first. Otherwise, you're going to go without. I guarantee you. It's still going to go
like
through
the beer
really
sell out by like 3:00 last year.
It sold out at
really early,
and it would sold out at 6.
Yeah, we sold it out in 3 hours. Every drop. By the way, every drop from the keg as well. So they're looking to make us twice as much beer this year. And I can tell you, and I was mentioning this to the guys, the first 2 years, the people that run London Brewing Co-op are not geeks and nerds. They're not into this scene on by any stretch of the imagination. They do a lot of shows, but not like specifically like this. And they had zero expectations. And they were like, I don't want to say they weren't into it, but they were just kind of like, man, like they weren't like
say yes to get you to go away the first year.
They were like, whatever you're going to do. And then last year when we came out, the fact that we did what we did and had the kind of sales day that we had this year, they're so pumped to have us back for this event. So get ready, guys. May the 3rd this year. It's on the Saturday. So it's the same day as Free Comic Book Day. May the 3rd, 2025, London Brewing Co-op in London. Same exact place we were before. The same food truck is going to be coming back. We're going to do the bingo again. We are going to switch things up a little bit. We're going to introduce karaoke, cosplay karaoke this time. Oh, and that's one thing I wanted to address too, because I was talking to a patron that was like, I want to come and I certainly want to do the karaoke, but I want to do it in this different cosplay because I want to sing this song that goes with this particular cosplay. It's not a Star Wars cosplay. And they were like, is that okay? Yeah, of course it's okay.
Yeah, like who gives a shit? Like,
we're celebrating Star Wars, but that doesn't mean you have to show up in a Star Wars cosplay. Like who gives a shit? Come in anything you want. It's kind of turning into a little bit of a little mini con as far as that goes.
Yeah.
So, in fact, by the way, I'm going to put a challenge out to the faithful right now and anybody that might be coming. I want to see a Star Trek away team crash this fucking Star Wars day.
Oh, that would be genius.
Way. I can't believe no one's done it yet. That's got to happen. Someone's got to crash this thing in Star Trek stuff and look down your nose at all of these Nerf herders and shit. I think it would be great. But yeah, wear whatever you want. Obviously, the focus is on cosplay, and all of us will be in. Sorry, Star Wars. All of us will be in Star Wars cosplay, except for Rob. Apparently, who's just going to do whatever the fuck he wants. But the rest of us are going to be in Star Wars cosplay. So, but yes, definitely come out for this event. It's amazing. The food truck last year was so good. One of the guys that came out for the promo reel yesterday was like, "Oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. Do you think I could do this?" I'm like, "Absolutely, man. Do that. That would be fantastic." So I think there'll be some surprises there for you. It's happening May the 3rd. Mark it on your calendars. We're right around the corner, guys. It's going to be here before you know it. So
there's a lot of people that commit Star Wars cosplay. Obviously, it is a celebration of Star Wars. We've got a lot of people that Star Wars their cosplays. Right, like Groot in London, right? That still came out as Groot, but he was Obi Groot Kenobi.
He was
right, so it was a Jedi Groot. But then we also have people like our buddy St. Thomas Batman, who 2 years ago just came in his bat suit.
Yep.
Right. So it doesn't matter. Like if you just want to get dressed up and come, you don't have a Star Wars cosplay, just come anyway. It doesn't matter. But cosplay karaoke, I think you need to be dressed up to get up on stage. If you're not dressed up. I mean, do we bring costumes that if they're not dressed up, they have to wear on stage?
Well, maybe, I don't know, but everybody can sing at the karaoke. You don't have to be in the cosplay for it. Yeah, as long as the cosplay is just like a mustache you can just hold up to yourself, then yes, that'll be fine. Yeah, it's going to be a great time, guys. It was a great time last year, so please, a clown costume. Yeah, if we want to clear the place out. And now I have the Mandalorian. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, Steve. So yeah, come on out. It was great. And it was a lot of fun shooting the content too. So that content is going to start rolling out. And especially to anybody that's in here, that's one of my vendors. As the content comes out, we're obviously asking you guys to reshare the content as much as you can to help hype the event as well. So just hold a lightsaber. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, that's it for community news. I was excited to talk to you guys about it because we were literally there yesterday talking about it and making further plans for it. So it's getting exciting. Oh, and I am still looking for 1 or 2 vendors, by the way, too. So if anybody's interested in vending the event, hit me up with a DM and let me know. It's $50 for your table. All 50 of that goes directly to the charity. We don't keep a dime of that. Neither does the brewery. They're just donating that space for us to use for vendors. So, and by the way, if any of the vendors are watching, if anybody wants to donate to the raffle table with any of your stuff, we're not going to say no. We're not going to expect it, but I've had a few vendors be like, "I'd like to donate something." Absolutely. Let us know. We're happy to do that too. So I'm done.
There was something else I wanted to talk about May the 4th, and now I forgot. It completely slipped my mind.
Yeah, me too. Because before the show, I was like, "Jeff, I'm going to throw to you for May the 4th," and then, Rob, anything else for community news? Nope. That's it.
We're all done. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, looking forward to it, guys. Bring some money. We're gonna have some raffles. We're gonna have a lot of. This is a charity event. Remember that, right? So come ready to spend some money. Oh, we were
still with Dad Club London for Ronald McDonald.
Still with Dad Club London with Ronald McDonald Charities, Ronald McDonald House Charities. We were thinking maybe adding a 50-50 to the whole charity thing, right? And doing a 50-50 where you buy tickets, and then obviously half the money goes to the charity. And the other half, goes to the winner. Is that something people would be interested in? Let us know below. Maybe we add that to the show. I don't know. We'll see. I think that's it for community news. Is it that time?
I think it's that time.
I think it's that time. You know what it is. It's Cosplay Corner. There you go. See, the minute I do something to change it, then you come back. Oh, already. Does anybody want to take this one? This one's a little bit closer to us, I suppose.
That's why you're going to do it.
This is a little bit, yeah. I mean, I could take this one, or at least I could start it off. We always try to find people to feature on the Cosplay Corner, and I say we always. In the past, we've tried to feature people that were involved in the community and doing, other things and trying to stick with that theme. This week's person is not only a faithful of the show, but that's her own thing. She streams on Twitch. she also actually helps us out. If you are on YouTube a lot and you go through the stories and you see some of our stories, some of our shorts come up, she's responsible for all of our shorts lately. And of course, I'm talking about our friend Silky C. And, we have to talk about, Jeff brought this up the other week. Was it Carabana she was saying? I can't remember now. It was the Carabana here in Toronto?
It looks like it. I think so.
I can't remember where it was now. But yeah, Silky C does her thing on Twitch. Guys, like I said, she does all of her shorts that we publish on YouTube. Taking some much needed time out of my hands because I don't have.
Oh, it's Silky that's doing those. I meant to ask. I didn't know it was Silky that was doing.
It is Silky that's doing all those
that's
shorts.
cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
See, she's even impressed that we're mentioning her. Look, she see how happy she is.
She's so flattered.
That's funny.
And she's not even on tonight.
I was gonna say I don't think she's in the chat tonight. Which
I haven't seen her in the chat at all.
Oh yeah, look, that was up. Go back up. Spaliers. Yeah, back up a little more. Back up a little more onto the right. There you go. Spaliers.
Oh, Spaliers. There it is.
Yeah.
Spaliers.
Yeah. I didn't know it was Silky that was doing these. That's fantastic.
Yeah, she makes all of them. So
yeah, awesome. Very cool.
I haven't posted a lot of them on Instagram because I don't want our Instagram to just be filled with shorts of the show, but I post them all on YouTube.
Good old Spaliers. Yep.
Good old Spaliers.
Spaliers. Dropping Spaliers up in this bitch.
We're no longer spilling beans. We're dropping Spaliers.
Yeah, that's right. I think Silky's local to me because I've run into Silky in London once or twice.
I think she is.
And she's been to London Comicon as well. And yeah, she's just the sweetest soul. I mean, she is so kind and generous with her time and a big fan of the podcast, tunes in every week. And as you can see, is even helping us out in the background. So that's why we wanted to talk about Silky in particular. And yes, and she also cosplays. She's also a hell of a cosplayer too, guys. She's not just an online gamer. She does some fantastic cosplays as well. And yeah, just an all-around amazing human and an all-around credit to the community. I think this person is the type of person we'd all like to see and hang out with in the community because
100%
for sure.
No drama, no bullshit. She's just the love of the game. Everybody that we've been talking to is in it for the love of the game, and I feel like Silky's in the same boat. Yeah. Just loves the life, loves doing it, loves getting involved with stuff. So
yeah, and I think
we all know there's too much drama in the scene already.
Howdy. Jesus,
so when you come across people that just love to do this and love to cosplay just for the love of it, that's amazing.
Anyways, yes, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, and I think she's bringing her whole family out to Game Expo. So
I think so. Yeah,
like her whole family's coming out. They do family cosplays as well.
Yeah, it's fan. Yeah, I love it when the whole fam jam comes out and they're all in their outfits. It's the best. Yep.
So showing some love to Silky this week.
Yeah, go throw her a follow, guys. Especially if you like Twitch streaming and gaming and such, and you like seeing little clips of these idiots talking and such.
At London Comicon.
London Comicon. The whole
boy, her boy looks real happy to front there.
We'll show this to my friends.
Someone's real hungry. Someone's a little hangry at that point. Oh, by the way, too, I don't know if you do spend time on her channel. Yeah, so the cosplay is an aspect and Twitch streaming is an aspect, and she's also Silky lifts. She works out. Yes,
she does. A big part of her Instagram actually is
she is all about that fitness. So if you want someone to help inspire you on this 185-pound deadlift, 185-pound deadlift, kids. I can't deadlift 85 pounds. Like that's bonkers to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, fantastic.
Yeah, good call this week. Good pick.
Very good pick.
Got to give love back.
You got to give love back. We are going to move on to a bit of a new segment. I don't know if you guys noticed this week, but we posted a poll on our Instagram. Actually, I think we posted it yesterday. Was it yesterday? It might have been just yesterday. This was Jeff's idea, actually. It was also Jeff's question. Where did the question come from?
Me. I just had a flashback to like the 80s essentially, and of course the original Top Gun had come out, and especially for guys my age at that point was a very formative age. you had two choices. You either chose one of the call signs that was already there. I liked sleeping with a fan on and the window open in the winter, so I was Iceman. And then we had one of our dudes that was like tall and ripped, and so he was Slider. And so everybody had the one guy spent way too much time in the mirror. He was Hollywood. So, and then but there was the other part of it too, where you would just come up with your own call sign, which is similar to like how you come up with your cosplay name or whatever, right? So then I just read an article about, and I was watching an interview with Miles Teller, who played Rooster in Top Gun Maverick.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized too, they're all just one word names too, by the way.
They usually are. Yeah.
It's just a single word: Goose, Maverick, Hollywood, Wolfman, Rooster, whatever. They're just one word: Merlin, Jester, Viper, right? So I'm like, what one word could you come up with that would be your call sign if you were a Navy pilot in the Top Gun universe? That's all it was, man. That's all that inspired it. It's just like, oh, hey, we haven't done a poll in a while. I can't believe you were like, yeah, we're going to do that. I thought you'd be like, whose fucking dumb shit idea is this? So I don't know, man.
Oh, why not? We got some responses. I want to go over some of them because, I mean, you know, some of these are some of the faithfuls. Our friend Tiny Amazon responded to this. Iceman. She says,
perfect.
I don't know why, of course. She doesn't seem like an Iceman to me, but guess what Andres is? Y'all, I'll just tell you, it's his handle. It's Shinobi. Very creative.
I was gonna say Blade Man.
I can't wait to see his Blade, man. That's gonna be dope. So Andre's doing Blade this weekend, and I think he was saying he's still working on his cosplay. It's not even done.
I think
yet,
he's like,
so.
It's supposed to arrive on Friday tomorrow, and he's like, I still have like some modifications to make.
Yeah. Well, Andre, hopefully you're able to get that done quick. Myers Corp, Halloween. I mean, that makes sense.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like
feel
that
like
one.
most of us would be Halloween at this point. Allie, our buddy Allie, psychoanalysis.
Psychoanalysis.
Yeah, there you go. Icevox,
Nice.
which kind of goes with her not her Instagram, but her YouTube handle. Yeah. We're gonna keep putting up some of these polls. Keep an eye out for them, guys.
Well, you guys don't get off the hook that easy. What's your call sign, boys? You grew up in that generation. It never occurred to you to try to think of Beaker from the Muppets. That was mine. I was a lot skinnier back then. There you go. D. McGinn. Beaker. Perfect. Love it. Yeah, guys, throw it in the chat. If you've got what you think would be your Top Gun call sign, what would your call sign be?
Lawnmower.
What? Why is it lawnmower? By the way, I love it.
Your ass is grass. And
I thought because you go through so much grass. I thought that's where you're going.
Shh, don't sell me out like that. Don't sell me out like that. Yeah. What about you, Rob?
We're kind of putting Rob on the spot, poor guy. But
yeah, you know, I'm not gonna have a good answer to this. I couldn't come up with anything as lame as it sounds. And you went with Iceman. I want to go with Maverick, and only because this is going to be a little bit side quest for a second, but you ever do these things at work where they like put you through some sort of like personality quiz and then they come back with a report on you? Yeah. So twice
you have
in the
problems
last
with
year,
authority is what
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they call me the Maverick leader, the Maverick.
Nice.
Twice I've been called the Maverick. So
well, then that's clearly what it would be.
I'm Maverick.
So Andrew Saxon apparently is
Tom Cruise, but
white bread.
White bread.
Perfect. Yeah. Love it.
Okay.
Toxic Fox. See, her says Fox. Easy. So same with mine. I wouldn't be Iceman. Now I'd just be Messiah. Obviously. Easy.
Oh, right? There you go. Yeah, Messiah.
Name, so,
yeah.
So I'm taking Maverick. We got Maverick, Iceman, and Lawnmower.
No, not Iceman. Messiah. It's Maverick. We have to change all our names now here on the thing. Maverick, Messiah, and Lawnmower. Just goes through all the grass.
Well, folks, being that it's a TCC, you know, I think our this week's tip of the week is going to be a little bit on the safety side, but you know, that's it. It is a time for just the tip. Who even wrote this? Because I didn't even think.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Who wrote it? Did you write it? No, Jeff.
What? No, I didn't. I can hear him.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
There you go.
I did not write it.
So who wrote this week's tip? It must have been you, Rob.
Oh, I wrote it. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Do you want to lead us into this week's tip of the week?
The tip of the week, yeah. So it was basically like con tips, and I think most of the work here is going to be done by the chat, because what I wrote in our pre-show spreadsheet here is for con tips. So the one con tip that I do know: watch your phone and your wallet, because in the past couple of years, there's been some problems, especially when they're packing people in like sardines all afternoon. The closer you are together, the easier it will be to shit to go missing and shenanigans to happen.
Yeah.
Other than that, what I actually wrote was other stuff. I don't know. I'm usually running a booth, which I'm not doing this year. So you tell me what are some tips we need to know for being a regular con goer? Because I haven't been one for about 6 years.
You know, I
Go with people. Have
Yeah.
a meetup place specifically. That is the biggest key thing I can tell you guys. Have a spot where you all get together so that you all know where you're going to be. Cell service is dog shit in these buildings. There's so many people. They're all trying to use their phone at once. The service is dodgy as shit. There's no free Wi-Fi. So getting in touch with other people inside the con itself is a giant pain in the ass. You might be using the wrong definition, sir. I know what you meant. I have a complex. I am not complex. I get it. Shut the fuck up. Sorry, a little sidebar with Erica there. It's really hard to communicate when you're in there. So try to find a central location that's not going to be like a ridiculously jammed with people, that's easy to find, that you guys can all get to and meet up with at a specific time. Get all of that out of the way early on. We're going to be at 10 o'clock. We're going to be at the Fan Expo information booth. Everybody meet there. And then go from there and stick together the best you can too. Don't get off on your own, because then bad shit can happen. It's a con. There's
You might not end up finding your group for the next 5 hours. Yeah.
And you don't want to be walking around that place alone. There's just too many goddamn people there. So
no, for sure.
Yeah.
It's also very, very, very easy to get caught up in all the fun and the cosplaying and the hanging out with friends and to forget to drink and eat. Now, I know the food at these cons isn't always the best. Sometimes you have to actually leave the convention to get good food. There's sometimes in this weekend you're not going to want to leave, so make sure you've got contingency plan. Make sure you pack some snacks of some sort that you can hide in your cosplay when you come in. Make sure you bring a bottle of water. They'll let you come in with a bottle of water.
Some brilliant tips coming through in the chat here now, guys, for sure. So bring a bottle of water. Queen Arlene, don't go outside to a shoot alone. Don't go to any shoot ever alone, by the way.
Yeah.
Tell someone where you're going. Don't tell someone you're going. Bring someone with you.
Bring someone with you, buddy.
Don't ever go to a shoot alone. It's a recipe for disaster for sure. Dean said, remember to drink water or Gatorade every 1 or so. I'm guessing he means every 1 hour, not every 1 o'clock or so.
This one's great.
Have a bathroom escape plan for your costume.
This one's great, because I literally had to have my Predator skin suit modified for that reason specifically.
I did the same thing. Yep. We put zipper in it.
Yeah.
Michael Icon saying no crepes. I could not think of a better tip than that. No crepes.
I mean, crepes are good. They're just not good at the con.
Victoria Brown saying melons. I mean, there's always room for melons. I agree.
I mean, hey, they're very hydrating.
Hey, cosplay is not consent. Make sure you're not just getting into the melons without first asking if you should get into the melons. Put better insoles inside your boots. Fantastic.
That's a good one. Absolutely.
Marcy saying, get yourself some survival tabs. They keep you full if you don't want to eat con food.
What's a survival tab?
I have no idea. Someone Googled survival tabs right now.
It's like
Andre is saying, AKA the Ben Affleck zipper tip. Yes, exactly. That's what we had to do, because
that was be in the suit.
Yeah. Luckily, we don't really have to use it, because when we're wearing those damn Predator suits,
we're just
sweating buckets. So we don't typically need to go to the washroom. But
liquid IV packets, huh?
Liquid IV packets. I've never even
reached that extreme level of cosplay yet.
Yeah. Interesting. Huh.
So for all the cosplayers and people who are watching, I am committed. Something new we started doing last year. Whenever we are at con with a booth, I bring bottled water. You can come by and get bottled water from the Geeks.
Did his audio sound like a crashing plane, and then it just started to cut out? All right.
Oh.
No, now we can hear you again.
Now you can hear me. What's funny, JS has done that on me a couple times. What I was saying is that in terms of water at cons, any con that the Geeks and Co are at where we have a booth, I bring bottled water for cosplayers and everybody watching. So if you are at a con and you see us there, I'm going to have bottled water shoved under the table.
Look at Big Pimp over here. Have a handler or squire if you have a helmet on. They will be your eyes and ears. Yeah, I would love to have several handlers. Just no one wants to spend the day with me. I get it.
Yeah.
1 or 2 power banks on you, Andre. Also an excellent tip. Oh, it's an electrolyte drink mix, says Toxic.
Oh, I see.
So back to the whole Gatorade thing.
Gatorade, powdered Gatorade. Yeah. That's a good idea.
I get all my nutrition from beer. So that'll be good. Sending everyone good vibes for the weekend. Thank you, Natasha.
Thank you, Natasha. Well, we're going to see Natasha in a couple of weeks at Game Expo.
Well, she will be with she'll be with Cosplay for a Cause at Toronto Comicon, Natasha.
Oh,
so
perfect. There you go.
So
actually, I'm assuming we're
one
going
day she's not going to be there.
Maybe. Well, beer is just liquid bread. I know.
There you go.
It's my favorite.
I'm having a sandwich.
I'm having 2 sandwiches. Yes, I'm going to have a lot of sandwiches on the weekend. Hey, shut up, lawnmower over there. What the fuck? I don't get to have a couple sandwiches? Safety meeting? All right, I see how it is.
Oh, yeah, sandwiches.
That's your new call sign.
Oh, not with
sandwich.
Sorry, Natasha.
Bread man.
Yeah, bread man.
You know, it's the baker.
I'm the baker.
The bread maker?
What? Yes.
The gingerbread man.
You throwing gang signs over there?
Do you know the muffin man? You know what sign I'm doing over here.
Oh boy, that was your we've been on for almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, can we get the balls out of here?
That's it. Let's get the
usually we're not usually on for even a full hour when it's a pre-show, but and we've been.
It's a new format, kids. Sorry, we have to go on long. The new format was meant to shrink the podcast. By the way, time wise, super didn't happen.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. See, there's still a bunch of people watching, so it's literally working. It's literally working. We're gonna see you on Saturday.
Yes, you are.
I guess we'll meet up at the hotel. I suppose.
I would think so.
We're gonna try to be there. Yep. We're gonna need to pick up our passes that morning. So
okay.
Actually, I wonder if we send you our information, are you able to pick them up for us the day before?
Oh, probably. I'm not going to, but probably, yeah.
Thanks, bud. Thanks a lot.
No problem. I'm here to super not help. I'm not picking up your. What am I, your bitch?
I mean, you gotta pick up your own pass.
I mean, but
I don't. What?
Come on.
What's in it for me?
You know what's in it for you.
All right, fine.
Just the tip.
Just the tip, just for a second, just to see how it feels. I promise I'll take it right back out again. Yes. Throw me your info and I'll grab them.
Yeah, well, that's probably, and then we can just meet you at the hotel and hit the floor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aye, lad.
All right, perfect. Cool. Guys,
take us out.
Thanks to everybody for sticking with us. I can't believe there's this amount of people that are still watching. That's unbelievable. For those of you that we're going to see this weekend, excellent. We're only there on Saturday, though, so hopefully you're there on Saturday. If you're not, I hope we're going to see you guys at Toronto Game Expo. And if not, well, you better fucking be at May the 3rd.
Yeah, you better.
Or May the 4th on May the 3rd. Is that what we're going to call it? May the 4th on May the 3rd?
I think so.
Yeah. Either way, I think that's going to be it for this week, everybody. Make sure you all stay geeky. We'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Geek Boutique Podcast. Like always, if you prefer to listen to us, you can find us on all major podcast platforms. Now, make sure you don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell to make sure you never miss anything.